why today is a pretty chaotic video, but not only because, well, IRL has been, trying to make things difficult for me, but because I've been meeting up with various hermits, doing various things around the server, and it's almost too much to actually put in this video. And I've only just got around to editing it, so there might be some stuff on the second channel, False Live, if you want to go subscribe over there too. But subscribe here as well if you haven't already, because it'd be great to have you join the False family. But with all that craziness, I do in fact do some building as well, which I can't turn around because I've technically already done it. We're recording this intro afterwards, but I've made some improvements to the neighborhood, and I'll tell you right now, it feels good to have that thing finally sort of complete-ish. You'll hear about that a little bit more later. First though, if you remember the Hermit thingy, Hermit Master thing, whatever it was called. You know that tiny Hermit prize I got from Cleo? Well, they finally helped me try and find it in my base by doing the hotter, colder thing, and well, here's that clip now, and yeah, let's just say it was a little bit more difficult than I would have thought. So yay for tiny Hermit hide and seek.
Okay, we start in the middle of your base?
No, wait, I'm hotter over here, though, right? I know it. I know it.
You're warm?
See? Down here?
Colder. Colder.
It's in your base. Wait, this means he's in the tree.
Colder. Colder. Ooh. Warmer!
Wait, have I actually just... I feel like I've instantly got it, guys. He's here somewhere. I can smell him. It's that Squitter Flora.
Smell him. That's because Ren doesn't shower.
Juice,
That's not my fault.
Yeah. Is he up in the tree house? This is where Ren would be, to be honest.
Hang on, where are you? I don't
I'm
know
in the
if you're hot or
tree
cold.
house. That's not a house.
In the tree.
Tree.
Where?
In
I can't see.
In the tree.
Colder.
Oh. Is he inside the tree?
Warmer.
I forgot how small this thing is, so I don't even know what I'm...
It's teeny.
He's not in the fire, is he? that feels very Ren.
Hot! Hot! Colder.
I didn't she didn't move. I don't think I didn't move then, Cleo.
You turned away.
Oh, sorry, okay. I didn't realise it was the way I was facing. I thought it was...
Colder.
Oh no, is it? If I go...
Colder. Freezing.
Oh.
Freezing. So, warmer. Warmer. Hotter. Colder if you go through.
Oh, okay.
Colder.
Well, there's cold. Okay.
Cold. Oh, freezing.
I didn't catch the block. I've ruined everything. I just can't get to that. I literally don't know, other than the portal, what... I mean... That's freezing down there, Cleo. Freezing. Super cold. Arctic down there.
It is the Arctic down there. I didn't realise that went down quite that far.
Yeah, no, I kind of forgot too for a second, yeah. Is he in a trapdoor? Ren? You hiding in one of these? Is it even possible? Wait, is it even possible for him to do that?
Yes. There's a gap behind them if you look at them. They're 3D.
What do you mean there's a gap behind them?
If you look at them from the side, you can see.
Oh my goodness. Cleo, you wouldn't do something so mean. Poor Ren, and definitely not me.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Only Cleo would go, you know what, those trapdoor textures, you know.
Yeah.
What?
Hot.
What
hot,
kind of
roasting,
crazy
boiling,
person does
boiling.
that? Ren? Speak to me, Ren. He wouldn't move with the trapdoor.
No, I can see him right now.
How?
Colder, colder.
I know, I'm coming down.
Warmer.
You can see him right... Where?
I can see him right now. I'm zooming in on him right now.
Oh my goodness, he's tiny. Cleo, this wasn't the size armor stand I was asking for.
Yes, it was. You asked me to replicate the one I did for Vita.
Is that the same size?
That's the same size.
Oh, I regret my decision massively. But also Ren. That's where you've been all along.
He's been there. He's been there for a week.
He's actually screaming for help. Like, look how concerned he looks.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes. Hello.
Wait, Zedap, are you in there too? Where are you? Is he on the other side? Zeta, hello?
No, not yet. Not yet.
It needs to be so we can... Oh, wait. Can we set that horn up with like a... You know, if someone finds it. It starts
I mean,
asking for help.
we can set up a horn, I believe.
That's too complicated. Oh my goodness.
With a disc, and it plays each time somebody comes closer to it.
Dude, without zooming in, it's literally a pixel.
Yep. Question is if Wolves will find the other tiny statues. That's true. ZombieCleo away! Find them eventually.
Cleo, I wasn't gonna find Ren.
I mean, you'll find them eventually.
Cleo, have you done other trapdoor ones? Because I've got a lot of trapdoors.
You have got a lot of trapdoors.
Oh no. I guess I've got a task to do. Babysitting eggs. Oh no. Well, I guess I'm babysitting baby hermits. Oh, they're so tiny. Wait, no, this is not cool. Where are they? Okay, I need suggestions. We need to try and find a baby hermit every single episode. How many hours do we think False is gonna waste looking for hermits? I might have a quick little peek for another one now. Oh my gosh, Cleo better not put them in boats or something. Well, you can't tell me that isn't the absolute most craziest location you've ever seen. In fact, you can see right here that when I stand over this way, it vanishes. I have to be this close to the stand and yeah. So if I was like over here and I was zooming in and stuff, I wouldn't see it until I got pretty close. And even then, you have to get the right angle to even see the thing. So I might not at this rate find any of the other hermits that Cleo does indeed hide at my base. So this thing could take the rest of the season, to be honest, if Cleo doesn't give up. Or maybe I will. I guess this is a competition who gives up first. But I did in fact pass this on. So let's roll that clip now. Go plant that one in Ren's base. I'm assuming they mean the baby Ren. So you know what? I'm actually not gonna... Wait, have I got a spare Ren head? I might leave that one there. Just because I don't want to have to mess with the trapdoor and break things and... speaking of broken. Oh, the saddest. I need to put that away. I can't look at this. But guys, it's okay. We've got the Gigapass. I mean, yeah, we'll go with Gigapass. You know what? Yeah, it'll welcome him back and give him something to also try and find. And planting him sounds like an interesting way of putting it. I like that idea. He's got plenty of plants at his base, so let's do it. Maybe at daytime, though, because we're waiting on Cleo's turtles, I guess, which I guess haven't probably spawned yet or hatched. Whatever the correct terminology is. Right, we'll better make him an outfit. We're going to go very, very similar to what Cleo had going on with the white shirt, but I think we're going to try and bring in some orange because I think orange is on his current
I just shaved my arms
skin.
and this feels amazing. Wow.
What?
I love it.
TMI. Just in case they're in the distance. I didn't know that was even a thing. Yeah, we'll go with leather orange trousers, and then Cleo did go with the black boots. Oh, you know what? Maybe let's go with like a dark grey. I feel like that's the similar vibe, maybe. And while I do believe he is back, not online yet, but he could be online at any minute. So, we might want to be a little bit slick here and maybe not place anything down until we are absolutely ready. But anyway, we have infiltrated with our multipass and we need to find a plant that Ren will not think about. Cleo went with the obvious building that isn't in my main base. But Ren technically has, well, quite a large base, as we can see. Could hide it in the very, very corner. But I feel like in the middle is going to be a little bit more difficult if we do the hot or colder, which, to be honest, by the looks of it, we're going to need. So let's do it. Hermit hide and seek. Kinda, I guess. Mini hermit hide and seek. That's better. Let's do it. Right, Leica, where are we doing this? In the tire treads would be good. There is a lot going on in here, but there's no plants. I do want to do the plants. Okay, What is the best plant for this? It would be really funny to just stick him in there. Oh, don't bother plant, but he could be hanging from one of the branches, I guess twigs or whatever from this. That could be really funny. But maybe a bit too obvious. Okay. We made it quite difficult, so you know what? We're going to go with that difficulty with Ren as well. Well, who wants to guess how long it'll take Rendog to find that hermit in his base? Well, I guess himself in his base. Those things are pretty tiny, those armor stands, but this is actually kind of a little, like, fun little side quest game thing that, honestly, is kind of fun for now. I think it'll probably get quite stressful for some people, so we'll see how well this goes. Anyway, it's time to be productive now and get on with some neighborhood work. So let me grab some blocks together and we will get started, and I'll tell you what it's all about in the next few clips. Enjoy. Oh, and if you haven't liked the video yet, please give it a like. YouTube hates when I take a break, and well, I didn't have a choice this time, so I'd appreciate it. Thank you very much. Anyway, enough of that crazy stuff going on the server. It's wild. I actually wanted to plan to build today, and seeing as though I don't have amazing amount of time left to record this episode, I do in fact want to tackle something that I'm hoping doesn't cause any problems, like this lag spike I just got. We love that. We love that. And no, I'm not talking about these fobs. These can stay for now, because I did ask Stress a little while back about them, and honestly, they don't need to move. In fact, this one I was looking at the other day, kind of cute. I love this little puddle in the middle. I don't remember it being there at the start, but you know what? It looks cute, especially with these trees next to it. Kind of like it, kind of adorable. These sheep, I mean, we could probably cut them down a little bit and make it a little bit smaller. But anyway, there is no plan yet as to what is going on in this neighborhood sort of area. But this here, Cleo's added something, which by the way can leave now because Kralis is actually back from his trip. And speaking to Cleo last night, that is why they were added. I didn't actually realize the context, but of course they were Kralis's eyes, of course. Makes sense. But I have been thinking about tackling this for a good while, and well, you know what? Let's go with something basic-ish in terms of block palette. I have grabbed literally mostly stone in this one. Stone brick. We're going to keep it simple. And then I thought I'd experiment with the roof type thing with the dark oak or the black stone. And then we can update this as we go if people like it and change some things around with it. And you know what? Basically just go back to basics. Very, very limited resources. Work on the shape specifically. Work out how to still make it sort of these two towers. I'm going to keep the portal exactly where it is. I did add these the other day and I actually kind of like the idea. Just maybe add a little bit more detail perhaps, but it does desperately need a landing platform because this thing, as you can tell, is a little bit off the floor. Quite a bit off the floor. And, you know, having to go up here and then up here and then up here and up here and then put dirt across here to get up onto it. Kind of a pain, especially as, you know, when you die and you don't have stuff on you. Yeah, no one likes to have to try and, you know, punch this just to get up into there. You know, it's a pain when you die somewhere else other than your base. But we're going to be keeping the structural integrity, and I do want to think up a way to keep this knife and fork sort of within it. Maybe part of the inside, maybe part of the decor. I don't really know just yet. And in fact, I'm going to be reading the comments after I built this in the video and pick out some suggestions from you guys to tweak it. Because like I say, limited block palette, we won't worry about the detail just yet. And you guys can just let me know your thoughts and we'll go from there. And you guys can help build this neighborhood portal. And then of course, if the neighborhood peeps are around at some point, I will get them involved too. And we can try and get this area going, hopefully with a new building here that looks at least a little bit more complete. So I think with that, let's get the blocks and start building out this thing. And first up, I think I'm going to work on making this a little bit more cylindrical and maybe a little bit more like a larger base, but maybe a little bit thinner here and then maybe a little bit of a room at the top maybe. I haven't decided yet. We'll work with it as we go. But with that, I think I'm going to do a time lapse and tell you guys my thoughts as I go. So come along with me and let's build this neighborhood portal, or at least improve it. It's technically already here. So to update you while I'm building this thing, I have, I think, planned out most of the structure. I think it's symmetrical. Maybe not fully, but I will fix that as we go. But I was just thinking that, of course, from that view, you have to see the eyes. But from this point of view, you do not. So this is kind of how it looks. But the eyes still kind of ruin it. Also, the eyes are uneven. I guess Kraz has wonky eyes as well as a giant ones. Anyway, I was just thinking it's kind of a shame to lose the eyes altogether. And so, you know, I think, you know, let's just pass this on to another tower. You know, Because it would just be a shame not to, right? I feel like it would just be a massive shame not to. So let me collect up these resources and we'll just, make improvements elsewhere. Because I think this is definitely an improvement, just in the wrong spot. There we go. That is way, way better. Beautiful. Good job, Cleo. It even looks like it's got a little nose and a mouth from far away. You can't see the connection there. Oh, it looks kind of terrifying, actually. Kind of suits Cleo's base pretty well, with the new additions and that weird thing in there that I won't ever talk about because it scares me. Anyway, I think it's time to now actually work on some of the detail with this and actually start building out the actual, the parts that I've marked out with the dirt and all the things. I actually quite like the scale of this. It doesn't seem too crazy. I'm going to have one last little look at it from over here because, I think it's okay. I don't want to make it too large. I don't want to make it too small. I want it to fit the space and also be basically the same size as it was, just maybe a little bit taller. And you know what? I really, really love how they planned this out originally. And you know what? We're going to keep this idea too. I do love how it hangs here. It just needs a little bit more of a landing platform, which will maybe expand with some trapdoors. And yeah, there isn't really too much to do. We're just going to keep it kind of simple and it can always be upgraded and such in the future. Just, I think we're going to add some stone bricks and, we'll add some more texture in a future video. But for now, let's do the basics, just to show kind of the process of building a little bit today. And hopefully it'll turn out okay. So let me get the blocks together and let's finish this thing off. And so that is what I did. I got started on this thing and just sort of tweaked the shape of it a little bit just because it wasn't looking quite perfect. Also wanted to double check, of course, that it is symmetrical. And of course, figure out where the spires are going and what kind of size they're going. Now, these blocks are not finalized, but I do, in fact, quite like this mud block. I think it's actually quite good for that depth. And I do add a little bit of texture sort of at the end of this clip, but it's not finalized. Nothing here is completely finalized, but I don't hate it, which is weird because maybe I will in the future. Maybe I won't. I don't really know. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it so far. We've basically just used stone and stone brick just to sort of differentiate between the two types of blocks in the palette. I guess it's a very, very minimal palette. But yeah, this is where I, of course, add a little bit of detail, which shouldn't really be doing. It wasn't my plan, but you know me. I do love a good bit of detail, so I get a little bit, not obsessed, but I do kind of just go, oh, that's a cool idea. Let me try it out. And then that's what happened here. Right, well, I've been standing here looking at this thing for a little while. I just added a little bit of darkness in there. I didn't quite build it tall enough, as you can see. But this other side on the left, actually, let's stand on Stress's base. Maybe she's got a little bit of a better point of view from here. Susan, in fact, yeah, I like this. But seeing through it just makes it feel super weak without there being more holes throughout, which, I mean, we could totally add. We could have made this sort of a bit more like that area as well. But I don't know. I kind of want to bring in a little bit of depth with darkness. Now, again, we're not texturing today. This is not the plan. The plan is structure and just getting the vibe correct. It's kind of a castle-y vibe, which I think kind of works. I feel like it's a very good in-between type thing, right? You know, we've got a lot of, like, I mean, to be honest, the rubbish dump is kind of similar in style. And so it doesn't mean that this whole area has to be that style. In fact, I feel like the closer to our bases this area is, maybe it goes a little bit more into that person's style, perhaps. It could be kind of a fun idea, perhaps. And actually, I've been thinking about that similarly with this. I'm thinking, like, hang something off it to do with, you know, my base maybe over here. And then maybe there's something in this little room to do with Ren's base. I don't know. I kind of want this whole portal area to be, like, to do with everybody in the neighborhood. You know, bring over a zoomer with something of a zoomers on this. I don't know. Maybe those hermits and neighbors will have an idea for their own little thing. But yeah, I wanted to feel collaborative in that sense because, yeah, I think that's probably a good shout because it does feel like the communal portal. It's the portal that, you know, we're all going to be using, assuming they don't have their own. I mean, I have my own, but to be honest, I fly over here sometimes too. So yeah, in fact, wait, I don't even know actually who else has a nether portal. You know what? I have a feeling that maybe I'm the only one that has my very own one. That's kind of odd. No, I think Beef has one below his base. But anyway, this is how it's looking. I definitely think it needs that. But also, it needs a way up and down. And well, I did like the floor, but I'm thinking if I cut this open, you probably still have the vibe of it being kind of like, you know, blocking off the area. But what if water goes down the middle? Could be kind of an idea, maybe a little way up and down. Don't know if that's going to work because it needs to be water sources. Haven't quite worked that one out, but I think what I'm going to do is just build this on the other side just so I kind of, you know what? No, before that. Let's chuck in the water because, you know what, bringing in a little bit of blue from the water isn't a bad shout. Let's also do this. And then, you know what? I've just thought, this is open multiple directions, this area. I have not looked at it from the direction of my base, which means the darkness probably is just, yeah, looks off. Oh, you know what? I've got an idea though. Let me cook real quick. Yeah, trapdoors. That does the same effect, but without the blocking off of the area. In fact, this is kind of interesting. I don't know. There's definitely something here, but maybe not. Anyway, let me chuck a water bucket up in that space up there, and let's see if we can at least add a practical element to this to make it all work. Oh, and I haven't even finished working on this little area here. I want it to look like it's like a pulley system where you could lift the portal up and down. So we're going to be using these, but also maybe some chains. So maybe I'll get on with that as well, and then bring you back in when I've done those things. And then you'll be able to see pretty much the final thing. Yeah, and that's where I need your help to help me finalize this thing and add different elements for different hermits in the neighborhood. There's definitely going to be some fun ideas that you guys come up with, but I'm thinking decorative wise, let's do that. And then also texture will come in the future, I'm sure. But I kind of don't hate it being like this. It kind of works quite well. I like it. Now, one little idea while I've been doing the finishing touches like this very, very small sign, because the word neighborhood is long, is actually one little way I could potentially add elements from the neighborhood, and that is with the actual hermits of the neighborhood themselves. Now, imagine this is Beef. I actually went to go see if Beef had his own head in his base, but I could not find anything, so we're just going to pretend that this is Beef. And because Beef was, because, I mean, you know, I guess the ministry doesn't exist anymore, but let's just say because, you know, Beef was doing the maps, and that was his job then, you know, this could be Beef. You know, he's there placing the maps up on the thing. That could be kind of cool, right? I like the idea. And then, you know, we could have a little garden here, you know, Stress could be planting some seeds. I think it would be really cool if we're all interacting on this here build as armor stands. That would be so cool, right? And potentially people could add their own, or like, you know, maybe I could just, when I get their heads, maybe, you know, maybe we need a creative place within here, maybe to get people's heads. I don't know. But anyway, let's take one last little flyby, because I am running out of time. And the doggo, if you can hear tippy taps in the background, is wandering around the room going, what the hell, False? Why are you still doing that? But yeah, here it is. Here is the neighborhood now. I'm going to take a screenshot, because actually that looks really nice. With Cleo's wonderful new build in the back. But yeah, I actually like it. It doesn't stand out too much, doesn't, you know, take away from anyone else's builds. It basically is what this build was, just sort of upgraded. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. So let me know what you think. Obviously, there is a lot more to do here, but I like that at least it looks kind of, you know, you could say this is complete if you wanted to. I wouldn't, you know me. I like a good bit of detail, but yeah, it looks pretty cool for now. So I'm happy with it. But anyway, I better clear up and probably get back to working on my own base, because there's many a project over there, as well as shopping. And you know what? My to-do list is very, very long right now. So many other things to work with. And of course, I work on the project that technically wasn't that necessary, but you know, it's been a very, very good inspirational thing to work on. So yeah, now I'm very, very creatively hyped for the other build I need to do. Oh, and while I was doing that, I think Corrales left me some payment. Oh, I forgot to say to him about a crocodile, potentially, but maybe that'll just appear one day, maybe it won't. I guess if I'm in the mood for armor stands on one stream, I'll probably just build it then. But anyway, I added the dragonflies and did a bunch of stuff a little while ago, but these are the dice as payment. So yeah, I guess I better get to concrete making then and restocking my shop, because black and grey have been very, 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 very sought after. And it's been a while since I've stocked. Oopsie. Speaking of shops, ignore this mess. That is because of the shops. This is all the dyes and stuff. But I thought I'd quickly update you with just how well it's doing before I wrap up for today. And yeah, we reached the 1,000 diamonds on the 25th of May and have yet to reach the next one. But we are about 200 diamonds away, I think, if it's 2,500. It is. So we're pretty close on it. And of course, I do have more shops to make. And well, yeah, that's pretty good, right? Anyway, that is going to wrap up for today. I will catch you all next time. See ya!